2021 was certainly not the best year of chasing for us. We missed some tornadoes and had some busts. However, there were still plenty of amazing chases during the 2021 season, featuring monster supercells, hail-dumping high precipitation supercells, and our first stab at chasing in Dixie Alley. So sit back and enjoy some mediocre footage taken by some mediocre chasers. These are the best storms of 2021. We begin in western North Dakota, on a day filled with structure and frustration. While positioned slightly north, this massive storm would produce 2 tornadoes before I could gain a visual. This storm had a mesmerizing updraft, so mesmerizing that I followed it to Watford City, and missed another tornado on a storm to its south. Regardless of my efficiency at avoiding tornadoes, this day presented nearly unmatched structure, and it continued overnight and into the next morning. Next, we head to the deep south for our first chase of the year, a high-risk outbreak in Dixie Alley. Chasing a fire hose of high precipitation supercells, we strained our eyes looking through the jungle, spying the outline of a tornado as it touched down near the town of Sweetwater, Alabama.
Yeah, Sweetwater, I think. Might be dropping down right on Sweetwater, Alabama right now.
Right through the trees here. Hard to tell on the camera, but
It's super low.
After bouncing around on a handful of supercells during the early afternoon hours, we latched onto a nasty one near Vineland, Alabama.
Look at that. That's massive. That's huge.
Under this ground-scraping mezzo, a weak tornado was touching down, which would later be rated EF0. While this day certainly could have gone better, any high-risk chase is fun, especially in the dense forests of Alabama.
Might be touching down. Look at that inflow tail. Just a monster supercell.
For another day of jaw-dropping structure and tornado avoidance, we head to western Kansas. After first targeting a storm near Leota, Kansas, and staying on it for just a bit too long, we put ourselves out of position to chase a tornado-producing cell near Selden, Kansas. We did, however, receive a decent consolation prize, A Structure of the Year candidate was taking shape near the town of Deerfield, Kansas. This relatively uninspiring plume of dust under some variety of lowering was called in as a tornado. I mean, maybe. While that tornado is certainly questionable, what isn't questionable is that the Deerfield supercell was quickly evolving into an absolute menace. After dropping south of the storm for a while, rotation began to pick up on radar. We had no view, but with one road and a dream, we pushed north through the rear flank downdraft to see what we could see.
Well, it should be displaced over there, most of it, but circulation right above our heads.
As the sun began to set, this storm took on a whole new form, developing an inflow tail many miles long and producing loads of giant hail. Next, we head to eastern North Dakota in late August for some mini supercells and my personal version of a questionable tornado. Rotation had pulsed in and out of this storm for several hours. Near the town of Erie, North Dakota, the storm looked the best it had all day. I decided to get right under the rotation and see what I could find.
Big inflow winds. We got big winds here. Trees flying. Not trees, got branches. Branches flying, branches flying. Debris all around us. Something might be touching down this field over here. Directly above us. Above us. Directly above us. Right there.
While this, so-called by myself, tornado was weak at absolute best, getting to be directly under this funnel with branches and leaves flying everywhere was one of the best moments of the whole entire year. The final storm in this video occurred on home territory, with a line of supercells gunning for our home in Grand Forks, North Dakota.
Hailstones are starting. hailstones falling around us. They're probably there, Colin. I think we got a surge coming. Bigger stones coming.
After the first two supercells of the day crossed into stable air, the real storm of the day was brewing near the town of Binford, North Dakota.
Directly above me. It's RFD. Kicking up stuff. No funnel yet. I don't see a funnel yet. That was some hammering RFD right there. Big push.
At around this time, chasers further to my east reported a weak tornado touching down, somewhere near directly on top of me.
A lot of dust being picked up to my north. Rotation. Whoa! Whoa! Inflow ramped up, we're like almost shot me off the road. We got debris. Brief tree debris. I don't know if that's from the inflow, but the wind's backed in a little bit. Should miss town. We're gonna get blasted by RFD here in not too long.
Shortly after this clip was shot, an EF1 tornado would touch down just 4 miles to my west. I would track with this storm almost to my front door, as wall clouds and funnels persisted with the storm well into the night. When everything was said and done, this supercell produced 5 tornadoes total, including an EF2 near the town of Sharon, North Dakota.
Right there.
Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Check out our darkroom page to buy prints of our best photographs. The link is in the description. If you want live updates on future chases, make sure to follow our Twitter. See you next time.